Hello trainers, Neto here, and today we're diving together into Open Master League with some legend battles, 3000 elo battles, no legendaries at all, no mythicals, no ultra beasts, no anything, submitted by the one and only Woetmak. So I'm pretty excited for today's video, which has already started with its battles here, and we're gonna be able to go ahead with the Earthquake here for the Dialga. However, they managed to block and we can reach on the CMP on another Earthquake. Are they gonna expect the second Earthquake, trainers? Let's see together, because Dialga with a pure Earthquake can absolutely get destroyed down. Down goes Dialga, that is awesome. Garchomp comes in and they switch out to the Zacian, going to the double Earth Power, I believe, because Earth Power deals about 50%, so two of those Earth Powers can definitely do the work. We did that drop on the defense as well, which is absolutely awesome, and as you're seeing, Garchomp is gonna be a clutch Pokemon overall. By sniping down this Zacian now, Metagross can come in and perhaps destroy us down with a pure Meteor Mass. Can it do it? No, it cannot. We can definitely survive. Garchomp able to reach to that Earth Power and finish off the Metagross while they still have the shield. So perhaps they thought that we were having Santum, that was their win con, to be honest. So we're gonna take this victory kinda with ease with our Garchomp. Into the next one now, we're having the most horrible lead against Giratina, so we have to switch out to our Garchomp, still able to survive the Shadow Ball and deliver big damage to the Zacian. One more Earth Power, I believe, is imminent from our Sharknado Pokemon here, so it is definitely worth the shield on the play rough. One more Earth Power here, as we have already said. Down goes their shield. Can we outspeed here? Yes, we can, trainers. Woetmak with a big plays, and Earth Power is gonna take both of them shields out of the way. At this point, I believe we can let that go through. Yes, we can. Okay, Woetmak. Down goes Garchomp, and of course Metagross now can come in, farm down with the bullet punches. That is awesome. Switch out to the Hydreigon, which makes a lot of sense, and at the back lies an Excadrill, which is gonna be pretty good news for our team right now, because double Brutal Swing is gonna be more than enough to finish it off. It is kinda glassy, I know, and of course that shield has to be popped up, because Giratina most probably doesn't have Dragon Pulse. They will run it with full ghost moves, and our dark typing pretty much resists everything, so blocking the neutral move is pretty good for us. Into the next one now, and we're having the Mewtwo up on the lead. A Shadow Ball can be deadly. We managed to catch a move. Can that be a Shadow Ball? Oh my freaking goodness, yes it can. Down goes a nice chunk on our Garchomp, but we caught the Shadow Ball on our Sharknado Pokemon. That shield has to be popped up though, because we have a lot of energy to spare at this point, and look at how much work Garchomp is doing on the switch. They are still not switching out, which gives us some real nice thoughts of what can be at the back. Perhaps they are weak to dragons, so our Hydreigon can do some severe job against them. They have that Dialga coming in, switching out to our Metagross since they locked in themselves. They are not even reaching to the move. Earthquake connected for big damage. Mewtwo comes in, and at this point I believe that we have to block the Shadow Ball. However, they go for the Side Strike, a really nice play and smart play, to be honest, by the enemy, but Meteor Mass here is just gonna do so much work against their Mewtwo. Let's see though how we can overcome this obstacle, because down we go to the Shadow Ball. Hydreigon comes in. What is at the back? It is gonna be the Zacian. Are we gonna see the big nuke with the Flash Cannon, trainers? Yes we are, and boom! How much damage? Not enough, and that's a bummer. Okay, that was truly underwhelmed for us, but yeah, I don't know. It was pretty cool to observe it. Flash Cannon on the Zacian, yeah, but still lost. Gives you a bittersweet taste of a loss. I don't know. Woetmak, that was awesome. Okay, yeah, by the way, that was awesome. Anyways, I'm still overwhelmed and underwhelmed at the same time, which is pretty weird for me, so I'm just gonna take it that Flash Cannon landed on a fairy type Pokemon, but I cannot accept that it survived and we still lost. That's a bummer. Anyways, into the next one now, we're getting farmed down by Giratina, so at this point we can go in with the Hydreigon, which has a pretty cool matchup against them. We're gonna go for the Brutal Swing, the switch out to that Excadrill, and that is looking not that good, to be honest. We have to take any move, I believe, here, and we can still hold on to our HP levels. Meteor Mass is coming off from our Metagross. They are gonna block it because they want to farm down and do as much of damage as they can to our Hydreigon, because Giratina doesn't stand a chance at all against our Hydreigon at all, because we deal super effective damage, we take not very effective in return. So you're gonna see that Dragon Breath damage is gonna be enough to finish off that Excadrill at this amount of HP, which is really crucial, and all we have to do now is to reach that double brutal swing. Can we do it though? Here it comes, they are taking it, down they go. Are you kidding me? I don't know what they were expecting, but perhaps they surrendered pretty early there. I think they could have had a chance because Hydreigon is still kinda glassy and those Shadow Balls still hurt. At the next one we're having a Ho-Oh up on the lead, which has most probably a hardened energy at this point. Brave Bird is landing big damage. Can we go ahead and shield here to finish off Ho-Oh, trainers? Yes we can. Another Brave Bird is shielded, so they're getting pretty glassy, and Earth Power will be enough, I believe, to finish it off at this point. Down goes Ho-Oh, and Mewtwo comes into the battle. Earth Power, once again, they cannot farm down, they have to block. Yes, trainers, Ho-Oh is going down, one shield for the Mewtwo, and Garchomp really did its job really nicely. We're having now Hydreigon here, and they have that Zacian at the back, so we have to switch out to the Metagross, and Metagross is having a very good matchup not only against Zacian but also Mewtwo if they do not run Shadow Ball, so that will be a pretty key element for our Metagross. They decided to go here for the close combat. That was pretty huge because now we can definitely shield. They have Wild Charge, wow, just wow, and now we have to go for that Meteor Mash. However, they managed to get to the Shadow Ball. Down we go. This is gonna be a race to the charge attack. We are gonna win it, and they know that, so we're gonna take this amazing victory for Woetmak. Into the next one down, we're facing a Dialga on the lead. Pretty solid lead. We have already seen how that can work well for Metagross, so we have to go now for the Earthquake. Big damage on their shield once again, so we're gonna see now a move from their part. If that is gonna be an Iron Head, we can definitely survive it, but Woetmak here decides to keep his Metagross alive and well, and we have to go here for another Earthquake. They decide to double block their Pokemon and now go for another move. No shield for Woetmak makes a lot of sense, and now Garchomp can go in, and with that shield up, if they do not have Togekiss, we should be just fine. So Iron Head here, we're gonna see at the back a Mewtwo, we got Hydreigon, and they just locked themselves in with our Dragon and Dark type Pokemon. We're gonna get met with the Ice Beam, big damage on the Hydreigon, but still holding on to our HP, able to finish off really in a very nice and clutch way that Mewtwo. They come in with the Dialga, and now it is all up to the Garchomp. Can we do it, trainers? Earth Power able to finish off that Pokemon. They have at the back the Zacian. All we need to do here is to go for that double Earth Power, trainers. Here comes the first one. Can we outspeed? Let's see together. That is gonna get pretty close, and Zacian is gonna go for the close combat, unable to get to that Earth Power, and that's a bummer. Zacian once again able to destroy down our team here. Mewtwo into the next one. Let's see if they carry the move Shadow Ball or not. I believe we will try to catch once again to the Garchomp. Once again we can do it. Once again Garchomp, the absolute MVP, trying to catch the Shadow Ball, and that was successfully good. We have to go here for the Earth Power before getting farmed down by those Dragon Breaths. Look at how much work Garchomp is doing on the switch, and now we're gonna go in with the Metagross, able to reach to the Earthquake, dealing massive damage to the Dialga. They managed to spend both of them shields pretty early, but it makes sense. Dialga is an amazing Pokemon overall. By blocking here, we have guaranteed that Dialga out of the way, but they are already there on the second Iron Head. Are you kidding me? That was a big brain play by the enemy, and we have to go now for the Earthquake. Down they go, and with that shield up, I'm pretty sure we can do a lot of work even at that Mewtwo with the Shadow Ball. They have at the back a Zekrom. Look at that Pokemon, pretty wonderful to observe. Brutal Swing still not enough to finish it off. I believe we have to let that go through. It is gonna be the outrace. Metagross coming in. Can we do it, trainers? Absolutely have to block even the Psy Strike at this point, and we have to go now for the Meteor Mash. Over farming a little bit more because we know that Psycho Cats do only 1 damage at us. This is a race with the fast attacks that we can win. Both are resisted, but Bullet Punch is just barely better on the damage output, and we're gonna get get that victory, a pretty close and clutch one for the legend Woetmak. Into the next one now, they have the Wild Charge on the Zacian, they're gonna throw it and now try to catch a Meteor Mass on their Ho-Oh. That was pretty smart for the enemy, but Woetmak knows better here and we're gonna bring our Hydreigon into the battle. Hydreigon able to take a move, the Earthquake, while resisting those Incinerates. One more move by Ho-Oh, we're gonna see the Shield and perhaps the total farm down, trainers. Yes, we can. We're expecting that Zacian to return, to be honest, but we have the Flash Cannon ready to go. Is it gonna land? Yes, it is. Big damage on the Zacian and we're gonna grab this victory, I believe so, because Zacian cannot handle the Flash Cannon damage. At this point you're seeing that Groudon is still into the battle and can get pretty troublesome for our team because it still has a shield, so nothing is over yet. We have to go in now with Garchomp and all we need to do is to go for that double Earth Power and perhaps snipe this Pokemon down. I believe it cannot reach to a double Earthquake before we do it on that double Earth Power, so this is gonna be just a race to who can do it better. So they decide to take the first one, which is pretty smart since Earth Power has a chance to debuff the enemy. They're going for that Fire Punch and we can barely farm down because of that last mud shot that Garchomp did, and now the Dragon Breaths are almost able to farm down that Groudon, and we're gonna get this amazing victory, really clutch once again. Woetmak really showing his skills on Open Master League. Into the next one, and we're having a Xerneas here. So Xerneas, a pretty weird Pokemon to observe because it has access to Tackle, and with the rework of Tackle it is now met all of a sudden a Tackle version of Xerneas is absolutely awesome. So Tackle, the most noob move that you can find in the main series of the Pokemon GBA thing, is gonna be a very strong move for Master League, yeah, and that is absolutely weird. We're gonna see now Hydreigon here with that Darkrai. Sludge Bomb is not gonna be accepted by Hydreigon because both of those Pokemons are gonna be extremely good on the offensive side, but pretty bad on the defensive side, so we do not want to get hit even by a neutral move. Look at the trainers, able to farm down the Darkrai. What is there at the back? It is gonna be the Xerneas which comes in, but at the back there is a Metagross trainer, so we have to go now for that Brutal Swing and one more for the victory. Can we outspeed? We definitely can, and that is gonna be a very nice game. Woetmak really submitted some really nice battles, and thank you for that. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, trainers, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and consider joining as a member because it supports me even more. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers!